better and better, basically, more or less, maybe a few exceptions. Now I'm going to put my skills to the test. I'm going to get 100%. I'm going to bat 1,000 on guessing what product these woke commercials are selling. Please make sure that you send in your woke commercials that you want me to react to at the end. Put them in there for right now. Let's roll the tape.
Okay, so before we get in,
Wait, can I hear?
Yep, they can hear.
I don't think they can hear.
They can hear.
If you can't hear, they can't hear.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, no, what do you?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I was never good at this.
Okay, so introduce yourself.
I am a DL Beluga
From
Middle America.
Yep.
Hopefully we won't have the same technical difficulties that we have on that channel. For some reason my mic does not work there, but hopefully it'll work over here.
Yeah. Okay. So we're reacting to some woke commercials. As what would you describe these commercials? Is there a certain P word?
Well, obviously I watch Michael Knowles a lot, so obviously I've seen these compilations before. I mean, they're just disingenuous PR stunts. I mean, I don't know what else there is to it.
So what P word would you use? They use a lot around the house.
I don't. Oh, pandering.
Mm.
Pandering.
So we're gonna watch this.
Yes, they're pandering.
And you have. I don't think you've watched this in a while. So
I don't think I've watched this one, but I've watched a few of them.
All right, let's get into it.
Close your eyes. Now, think of the perfect woman. She's slowly coming towards you. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Did the woman you envision have long, flowing hair?
Like shampoo or something?
Was she super feminine? Did she have children? Was she in her prime?
You remember that scene in The Shining where the hot chick is that like old lady in the back?
Don't want to say my pronouns.
Is that a man? Ew. Whoa, is that a man?
I don't know, but
Ugh.
Most advanced website design platform. Made for you,
okay.
the creator,
I'm sorry,
who
but
sees the
I don't
invisible.
know if someone says, hey,
Your
my
skill
pronouns
requires
are
custom
like, I
breakpoints
see you, I'm gonna
to
say
design
what
responsive
pronouns.
web experiences
Someone
for any
asked me to
screen
call
size
him
imaginable.
would you? I would. I just would to avoid an argument. I would call down. Whatever.
Your precision demands absolute
He's
design
ad.
control.
Why is he ad?
Someone said, because it's a break. So someone's, yeah, it's like, I'm gonna assume your pronouns. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna say they going around the rest of my life.
That's ridiculous.
So I'm gonna
That's
assume the
absurd.
pronouns, and then you guys say, "Hey, these are my pronouns." Then I'll change it. I'm not gonna. I will.
And I'll change it for what reason? What reason will we change it for?
Were they fit? Were they fit?
This is so like creepy. This is like a nightmare.
Did you think of me? Did you think of me? Did you think of me?
I still think it's this shampoo or something. Oh God!
Did you think of you?
Grief.
Let's think about what we think about.
Oh, this is a Dove ad.
Think of a
A
woman.
Dove or Pantene ad.
The hell? What is Billy? Billy is a razor company? Okay,
I've actually never seen.
do I get partial credit? Because I said it was like a hair thing. Do I get partial?
So, yeah, no, you're not getting credit.
Yeah, that was just horrific. I mean, yeah, the perfect woman. I think it's funny when they said in her prime they show an old woman, not for the reason you may think, because in her prime can mean multiple things. Is she in her prime as far as knowledge goes? Is she in her prime as far as intelligence? Is she in her prime as far as wisdom goes? Is she in her prime as far as womanhood goes? Wifehood? Motherhood? Obviously, beauty is what they're trying to get us to think.
Yeah.
But the perfect woman has all those things aligned.
Yo, don't be a little bit.
Yeah, I find to cut off the audio a little bit. Yeah, it has all those things aligned, right? She's in her prime as far as beauty goes. She's in her prime as motherhood, wifehood, womanhood. She's in her prime with her relationship with God. She's in her prime with her intelligence. So yeah, cute bait there. That is completely unsubstantial.
Yeah. I think it was a little bit weird. It was a little bit.
A little bit weird. They showed a full grown. They showed a full grown man with not even a 5 o'clock shower. He had a full goatee. I think is what I saw there. I think I saw a full goatee from him.
Yeah.
That's not a woman. I'm sorry, that's a man. If you want me to call you a woman, I'll call you a woman. Just to make things easier, just so I don't have to get into a fight with you about. But in a setting like this, as a political analyst, speaking about the subject, they're not women.
You're also a Christian.
They're not women.
Yeah. I just think it was weird. To see that it was definitely weird.
I know definitely what the perfect woman doesn't do. Have abortions, and this, I assume I'm not gonna, assume I'm not gonna say that I know their political affiliations, but I'm fairly certain that they love abortion. They love to shout your abortion, even though it's a very awful thing. If we've talked about this a million times in America, but they actually cared about women. They actually, researched the psychological effects of an abortion instead of continuing to do that.
I don't get credit. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, sorry, you didn't hear.
That commercial really sums up everything that is wrong, at least at the surface level, with our culture, because the whole
because they had like an inappropriate scene there, and that's wrong. Like,
well, those are the bad. Well, no, that was actually necessary because they're actually trying to say the perfect woman. Why are you looking at that?
No, just go ahead.
They were trying to. Also, shouldn't I be wearing headphones when I'm talking so I know if I'm talking clearly or not?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so what is that sound?
What's that? Oh, it's upstairs. The mic has better hearing than.
Holy crap! This mic is.
Oh yeah, it's I'm gonna ask Dad how to properly set it up.
Well, sorry guys. All right. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh, yes, the scene. Right. So those were actually the bad guys. The first part were the bad guys because they showed the woman with the kids. They showed the attractive woman and showed that. So those were the bad guys.
Who are the bad guys?
We're the bad guys. So they're saying, it's a perfect imagine like a woman with like big breasts and stuff like that, in a bikini. Like that's what they're saying.
Okay. So if those were yes. If the inappropriate pictures are this strong, those were yes, and that means they were the bad guys.
Yeah, they weren't showing that to like objectify or trying to get. They were just showing that to say, this is what you imagine. This is what they call I lost my train of thought because you keep grabbing headphones. But yeah, let's continue.
Okay.
Saying that those women are naturally ugly or anything like that. Because I actually don't think that's true. I think they are making themselves look ugly.
Is that what he calls it?
I don't even think the cinematography had to be hideous and ugly. They could have shot it in a beautiful way. The whole thing was spooky and eerie, and the whole point of it was to take something that is beautiful and then make it uglier. And that's just what modern art is. Modern art takes things that are beautiful and then just intentionally makes them ugly, because that will just make us feel something, anything, it'll just make us feel. But nevertheless, you can't just redefine beauty. Beauty is a real thing.
True.
It is like an objective thing. We know it when we see it. And it doesn't matter how many nightmarish commercials you make to try to indoctrinate us into thinking that ugly things are beautiful. It's just not going to work. Okay, next.
Interesting idea. It just doesn't work.
Having come from a culture where I didn't see anyone that looked like me, in the sense of queer people, I was sort of creating all these realities for myself.
J'avais tapé le mot queer, en fait, j'avais tapé le mot.
Okay, I typed in queer, gay, and I saw men doing their makeup, men kissing.
J'avais vu par exemple des hommes qui se mettaient un peu de maquillage, je voyais deux hommes s'embrasser. On est là en fait.
I definitely was manifesting. I can be with a man. I can live.
Manifesting? Oh, yikes. That's some witchcraft stuff.
Ich hatte mein Coming Out.
Another hair thing.
Das war in.
I'm gonna say shampoo again.
Als heute, also es gab überhaupt gar keine Gay Rights.
As a gay boy, trans woman, I grew myself on the internet first.
Wait, is he a gay boy or a trans woman?
In real life.
When I started kind of really realizing that I wanted to do drag visually,
like a makeup company,
was incredibly important.
Okay, maybe I won't say shampoo. I'll say it's like a makeup company.
Pride to me is a protest, demanding that people get with the program.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Pride für mich persönlich ist, also ich bin stolz darauf,
I'm proud that I'm still here and
dass ich immer noch hier bin, dass ich überlebt habe, dass ich 48 Jahre alt bin und dass ich jetzt glücklicher bin, als ich jemals zuvor in meinem Leben war.
Because you're only actually here on this planet once, so you might as well act as fab as boss.
The biggest lesson.
He asked him to say fab as boss.
Je suis boubou,
Oh my gosh, he's Arabic.
noir, arabe, gay.
I'm still gonna say makeup.
This is just who I am.
The internet was
Not who you're not.
Oh, this one has
It
Facebook.
isn't who you are.
It's Facebook or Twitter.
It's like totally the opposite of who you are.
Well, my name is Audit. It's Hollywood right
I am
now.
Hank in Berlin.
Dewey Glebe, Southampton.
Je suis de la France.
Toronto.
I identify as
Ich identifiziere mich als
I would
Butch.
say I have a lot of pride. Low-key.
Company
Patreon.
is that.
That's Pinterest.
You just muted the mic. Did you?
No, I just unmuted my.
Oh god.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
that was
Well,
a little bit weird.
yeah. Pinterest shouldn't be fostering this kind of stuff. It's like, but then again, Pinterest fosters a whole bunch of sinful stuff.
That's right.
I mean, why is this a surprise to Christians? I mean, Pinterest has a whole bunch of, you know, sexual stuff on there that shouldn't be on there. Sexual ads. They don't let the ads for, you know, heterosexual stuff. So how would we expect them to filter this nonsense out?
Yeah. I'm surprised it's gay stuff. I mean,
This is just getting out of hand.
I don't know what to say anymore.
What do you know? This I mean, this is.
Because I've done so many times with people, like gay people, like I don't know what to say anymore. I have no new opinions or anything. I mean, like I don't know. It's just.
It's just what I mean. This. I'll say this on behalf of the gays and the LGBTQ XYZ. They say one of them's Arabic. That's pretty impressive because see, it's like Republicans, right? Like we're still brave or like controversial, say that we're pro-choice. Sorry, pro-life. But there's still like pockets of space where we can be to like, you know, be quote unquote accepted or quote unquote safe spaces. So I think a lot of conservatives say that gays aren't brave for coming out, which is easy to say, which is easy to think because, you know, mainstream media and stuff, but they are actually brave because yeah, it came out in the 80s. I mean, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah, that's kind of risky. Like, oh, you come out in the 80s?
Yeah, I mean, you're openly gay.
I'm
I mean,
surprised that he survived. And I think that's what he said. I'm glad I survived.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, your body survived. How's your mental side going?
Yeah.
How's that going? Because obviously, if you're in sin, it's gonna affect you. Just like if you're watching pornography, it's gonna affect you. You can't say, "Oh, I survived," but you're watching porn. It's like, yeah, but I mean, good thing his body's still alive because he still has, you know, time to repent and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you would say of you know, a rapist or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions to ask? Like, what are we supposed to be doing here?
I don't know. Well, you just talk about like there's nothing really to talk about.
I mean, this
right?
is just it's
gay?
it's
Is it
shocking.
sin?
It's
But manifest, like, are they like coming up with their own like?
But this is what happens when you don't have fan support. Your son ends up doing this kind of crap.
Yeah.
I mean, where is the dad in the situation? Essentially, letting his son devolve like this. Yeah. I mean, what is happening?
All right, next clip.
Pinterest? Oh, man, I was completely wrong. They never once even tipped their hat at that company.
Visually, Pinterest was incredibly important.
Although there is something to it, which is that going down rabbit holes of the internet can very often encourage people in delusion.
Okay, so yeah, going down the internet rabbit hole can be very dangerous,
especially for young without followers. There's a whole bunch of as Solomon would say, sneers laid out for them.
Yeah, going down
on there, and it's on every site too. I think Christians, and again, Christians obviously are against pornography. But we really need to say this is not a a gay issue. This is a sex issue in general. The sex culture has just been extended to this gay nonsense. First we had, I wasn't around, but apparently back in the 80s, when you would get like adult videos, you would get these
warnings, kind of.
You would get it in a discreet package. I guess it would be hard to obtain, and you get it in a discreet package. It'd be, but now, you can go anywhere and get this stuff. The websites aren't regulated at all.
When like shorts first came out,
what are you talking about?
When YouTube Shorts first came, first came to YouTube, like without touching it at all, there was already a whole bunch of inappropriate stuff, and then he had to curate it like a lot, but like there's still a lot of you. Your shorts.
Oh yeah. Automatically you got these thoughts on TikTok who are freaking doing whatever.
Yeah, well.
Or
they could be forced.
Or they could be forced. Or they're thirst traps thoughts, whatever you want to call them, on these sites. You got people posting spam in comment sections.
Yeah,
all over YouTube. That never happened. Apparently, again, I wasn't around, so I can testify to the time. But apparently, that didn't happen in the 80s. Apparently,
yeah, and
just like the gay thing that happened in the 80s.
You were on the Xbox, and
yeah, there's no reason for anecdotal evidence. Everyone knows this. Everyone has seen comment sections. Everyone has been on the internet. This is just the reason I'm going to just long spiel about this. As I'm just saying, the reason I'm going to spiel is because I'm just saying. Christians need to be attacking the sex culture and how obviously we're in a patriarchy and we always will be until the golden age comes. And so what's one of the most important things to men? Power and then sex.
Oh,
so
right.
Since we're in a patriarchy, we are using our power to extract sexual favors from women. As you say, as we're saying, like, they could have been forced to. It's very possible they could have been forced to. They could have been pressured to. They could be emotionally forced to, or they could be more soft. They could be soft forced into it, soft blackmail into it, or hard blackmail into it. When I say soft blackmail, I mean like emotional. I think they can be looking for emotional validation.
Yeah, not like
by doing all this slutty stuff on the internet, and there could also be hard blackmail, like a boyfriend's like a boyfriend or a father or someone saying, well, that's obviously not realistic. No one's putting a gun to head and say, spread your legs on TikTok.
Yeah, but kidnapping.
That's also not realistic as well.
Well, maybe not on TikTok, but like.
You know what I'm saying. Anyway. Hard, but we're extracting all these sexual favors from women since we're in a patriarchy. And so this is just another enclave of that. This is another. That's what I'm saying. Christians are getting so focused on the first part, which is the whole gay stuff. But we don't realize that the gay stuff is a pattern of a bunch of stuff that men have been doing to women for decades. Because I already went into the explanation, but because of what I just said beforehand, that's just the natural consequence. And it's going to, if you think it's going to stop here, it's like what I said before. It's like what I said. I said this. I haven't said this in public.
Was that interview?
What interview?
Yeah. So like there was a and it was like a trans 15-year-old that was sleeping with like 1,000 men, like 1,000 men, like that's pretty.
That's really disturbing. And of course, his father wasn't Islam. Of course, the father wasn't there. But I've said this a bunch of times in private. I've said this in public. But if most men were pedophiles, pedophilia would be completely legal. The only reason why pedophilia isn't legal is because men are justifiably disgusted by it, as we should be disgusted by our sex culture, as we should be disgusted by
I agree.
by all the by all the stuff that's happening in our culture. But since we're not disgusted by it, we're like, oh, okay, pornography, that's fine, that's completely fine. And it's not even regulated either. It's not even regulated. It's plainly open to everyone. It's so there you can step into it without even trying to.
Yeah, like those inappropriate ads all over the place.
You go to the mall, there's a giant mural. The biggest mural in there is a Victoria's Secret model. There's an Apple Store, which has much more capital, much more advertising capital. Why isn't there a giant mural of an iPhone? There's iPhones posted outside, but there's a giant mural of a Victoria's Secret model. Which, again, is not bad in and of itself. It's not bad to have a model wearing your clothes. It appears as if, and again, I don't think I need to defend myself here, but it appears as if they're doing that to procure sexual interest from men and to uphold the patriarchy. It's a pillar of the patriarchy.
I agree.
The sexual thirst that we derive from women is a pillar of the patriarchy. It's more than the quote unquote glass ceiling. It's more than the quote unquote wage gap or any other thing that feminists talk about.
Because that's where the misogyny spawn from.
This is that's another thing. That's another thing.
Shit, I know it's a good idea.
This is the biggest part, and it's because men are such sexual deviants and they're so powerful in this culture. And this is why premillennialists, that you need to get off your ass and start evangelizing people, because the golden age is not going to come unless we bring it. We're not going to wait around and Jesus is not going to just randomly show up. We're going to be in a patriarchy until the golden age comes, or until we get very close to it. Until we get very close to it, the patriarchy is always going to be there. So we need to be working on it now. We can't just be waiting for Jesus to show up. Again, I'm talking to the Christians now, so for everyone who doesn't isn't in Christian theology can like skip out of the video. I don't know, maybe you can put a timestamp in. But Christians, premillennialists, who think Jesus is just going to show up out of nowhere. No. When he was saying that, he was talking about 70 AD. Run to the hills, there'll be one taken and one left. That was about 70 AD. That was not about the end, the freaking golden age, or the end of the age. Right now, we need to be working on. We are going to be bringing the golden age. And you should be happy about that, because now we're honored to be part of this journey, this lore of the golden age. So that's what we need to be doing. Yeah. We need to be evangelizing. If you have daughters, if you have daughters, if you have a wife,
because it affects Zoe in a big way whenever she says anything inappropriate. It affects her in a big way.
And it's impossible. It's impossible to avoid. But anyway, yeah. So, I mean, Disney's like known for having adult jokes in their stuff. That's a serious problem. If you have adult jokes in children's programming, it's like the whole Nazi thing with Ukraine. Like, it's so ingrained in the culture that broad was walking around with the black sun on her freaking uniform. That's how ingrained it is in our culture. But anyway, yeah. So that's my take on it. I don't know. I don't even think we need to watch more of this video. Are we gonna get anything else from watching this?
There's other commercials.
And disordered desires. So that certainly is the case.
You're not supposed to be on those kinds of websites.
Yikes! There was one line in there that really stuck out to me.
Right there. Didn't I say?
Was that?
It was an adult joke in the kids show. That's a Timmy Turner show. No.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
On those kinds of websites.
Yikes! There was one line in there that really stuck out to me, which is the guy said, look, you're only on this planet once, and so you've got to just be as fabulous as possible. Meaning, if you're a man and you think you're a woman, you've got to just like dress up like a woman, or you've got to pursue any desire or appetite that you might have, and because you're only on this planet once. And what he's describing is nothing new. That's the religion of carpe diem. Seize the day, YOLO. Just you'll regret the things you don't.
By the way, Paul actually reference YOLO. I forget what the letter was. He actually referenced it and say that's not Christians need to be avoiding that, and that was paganism of the devil, basically. I get that verse, but
to just follow any whim or caprice that you might have. Chesterton observed that the carpe diem religion is not the religion of happy people. The carpe diem religion, seize the day, YOLO religion, is the religion of very...
Yeah, it was in 1 Corinthians 15:32.
Yeah.
Unhappy people. Because happy people are not just trying to amuse themselves. I think it was Shaw or one of these guys who said that hell is the place where you have nothing to do but amuse yourself. Actually, the religion of happy people has a point. It has a purpose. It's beyond mere amusement and sensation here on this earth before you die and turn to worm food. It actually aims at something, and it has hope. It has hope in something that is transcendent and eternal. That lecture is in no small part to express my frustration that Pinterest never tipped their hand once. I thought I was going to bet 1,000. The judges tell me I got 0.
See, and then there's that fake rage. The whole like, oh, I'm upset because Pinterest didn't do that. You're not upset that at the sex culture. You're not excited that people are gay, but you're upset that Pinterest didn't tip the hat. It's like you don't really care. He doesn't care.
About what?
Did you listen? Did you hear what he said?
Let me hear it.
Eternal. That lecture is in no small part to express my frustration that Pinterest never tipped their hand once. I thought I was going to bat 1,000. The judges tell me I got 0%. We have one more and then a bonus. Okay, good. All right, good. Maybe I can bat 500. Let's get to the third one.
Yeah, actually, no, never mind.
Are you gay and proud?
To those kids today, I would say, yes, I am gay and proud.
But that's not all I'm proud to be. Queerness is a spectrum.
I'm trans and proud. It wasn't easy, but I got there eventually.
I'm open and proud.
I'm multidimensional and proud.
Hell is open.
Love and proud, and it feels so good to say that.
I'm open.
I'm always changing, always learning.
Mind is so open, one's brain can fall out.
Those kids
fall out.
So it can be what it should be.
We need to flip the script from that because it's actually a good line.
Yes, thank you for the compliment. I am gay and proud.
Well, that one really, that really jumped out at you. Man.
Would you?
Yeah, come on.
I mean, I believe we're multidimensional, but I'm very certain this woman did not listen to a Hoffman lecture.
I try not to
Multidimensional?
say this,
What?
it literally feels like they come
What
with
the
a new
fuck?
thing. I find a new
Why are you trying to say
sexuality
that?
every week.
Why are you trying to say it? It's completely true. Every other week there's a new. So how's it dismissive?
Yeah,
How's it?
well,
This is what it's dismissive
It's been a month
of their.
since I've
Wait, it's
since I've heard
dismissive of their
or
strange.
neopronouns.
It's dismissive of their strange sexual orientations that don't exist. You don't want to be rude.
No, I won't be Christ-like.
Okay, I mean.
But I feel like that, like,
I guess.
it feels like it's like 50.
Yeah, they're making a new thing. I don't understand why watching more of these videos. What is watching more of these videos going to accomplish?
Well, I mean, there might be another one.
Another one of what? Like, oh, yeah, but what do we? It's basically. What does that even mean? Can someone explain to me what the hell is multidimensional?
I have no idea. Like, I know about neopronouns, dead names, a whole bunch of stuff.
Dead names? Neopronouns?
I have no idea what that is. Yeah, dead name is basically, so let's say someone's name is Alec, and then you say, oh, no, my name's Alice. So Alec would be the dead name. And neopronouns are, like, basically made-up pronouns.
Like, say them?
Yeah.
This is getting completely. What is happening?
Fap?
Gap?
I think that doesn't that mean something else?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
That's really amazing because I remember back in I think it was the 90s or maybe early 2000s, people colloquially referred to Gap clothing as a sort of gay icon, you know, as gay and proud. But I don't think the company endorsed that idea, right? Wasn't it just people would refer to it that way? But now the company is doing it. They sort of, like the activists, memed it into action.
The memes.
I didn't even know. That was a quick commercial. I didn't even venture a guess on that. Wow. Okay. The things that were just jokes in the 90s are now reality. That's where we live. All right, do I get a bonus? I get maybe a chance to get 1/4 of these correct? Let's play it.
As they head toward.
Okay.
Yeah, I have nothing to say to that. Just the
This
same.
one's gonna be interesting.
The finish, Warren has built a substantial lead and for her 4th gold medal.
She's ahead of the world record pace by at least half a second, and she... Oh, wait, what's she doing?
I think she's doing a headstand. Why would she do that?
She stopped. She stopped. She was so close to the finish, and she stopped. She's unbelievable.
Razor Company? So
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. That's a great ad.
Yeah.
That's a great ad. That's the Geico ads. I love the
PSA.
Geico ads. That's a.
Until you're
I just
vaccinated,
like
keep
ads
wearing a
that
mask.
make sense.
They
That
clearly
ad
they
just
haven't
makes so
updated
much
this because
sense.
now they're telling us to wear the mask even after we get vaccinated, right? And then you're gonna have to wear 3 masks after. Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, God.
that's enough of that. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so yeah, I mean, okay, so that's a good note to end this at. All right, well, anything else to say? Thank you for coming on. Hope we can have you again.
Well, no, let's talk about the vaccines, because I thought it was going to be another gay ad. You're right. Okay, vaccines. Now, obviously, ever since Andrew Jackson and Teddy Roosevelt showed up on scene, The Democratic Party has always been known for big government, and ever since Reagan, we've been known for small government. So obviously the Republicans have an issue with the vaccines, and of course our founding principles of, or now I'm going to call it Jaeger's principles of freedom in the United States and civil liberties.
That's an Attack on Titan reference, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone who knows. But yeah, so listen. At the beginning of this, no one had any clue what was happening. I was, as a Republican, as a small federal government Republican, I was on board with max mandates if and only if we had full, thorough scientific consensus, because we did not know what was happening. The populace has to give the government. This is why I don't like democracy. The populace has to give the government the room to breathe. Okay.
Yeah, but as soon as you get them power, they take it all away. You never get it back.
I don't think you know what else. Let me rephrase this. The populace need to let the government. We need to cut the government some slack in a way.
Yeah.
Because yes, they were experts. Yes, they had more resources. Yes, they had more money. But they still did not know what was going on. And again, as a Republican, I have to sing this in. But to Trump's credit, we got the vaccine much faster than we normally would. And then Joe Biden took credit for that. And Pfizer might have restricted it until the elections, until the inauguration, so that Biden took credit. But that's besides the point. But yes, thank you, Trump, for that. But no one knew what was going on. And then on top of that, Dr. Fauci lied to us.
Oh, yeah.
So I trusted Dr. Fauci. I was a big Dr. Fauci fan.
Me too.
I felt bad he was getting death threats. Not so much anymore. He shouldn't get death threats, but still, I don't feel bad for him anymore.
We're Christians here. Everyone's a human being, but it still makes sense.
He lied to us. We were in an emergency. We looked to him for guidance, and he failed us. He lied to us, and he started concealing information. Like, no, that's disgusting. See, that's the good part of democracy. The bad part of democracy is the populace expecting the government to get everything right. No, and again, guys, no Americans to blame for this, except for maybe Fauci. Americans should be given a very long leash. It's China who needs to be held accountable, not because of any strange conspiracy theories. In fact, let me go on right now. I don't know when this video was made, before the Fauci thing or after Fauci thing. Let me go on the internet right now. I'm going to type in COVID cases right now. Watch what happens. COVID cases. All right, let's go. Let's go right now, guys. All right, here we go. Worldwide. Okay, I did not rehearse this. This is live. United States, 79 million, 0.3 cases. India, 43 million. Brazil, 29 million. France, 22 million. United Kingdom, 19 million.
Oh, okay.
Russia.
No,
listen. I'm talking. Germany, 16 million. Turkey, 14 million. Italy, 13 million. China is still lying at this very moment. China is still lying to us. They lied in the beginning, and they're lying now. They've been concealing information since the beginning, and they're still. No one. Listen, look at this. Poland, South Korea. You think that the virus where it originated from? You think the virus where it originated from has less cases? Do you know that Southeast Asia has the highest population density on planet Earth, and for some obscure reason, China is nowhere to be on that list? They are still lying to us till this very day. China's people who need to turn on our wrath. All the wrath you have over mask mandates and not being able to go to the movies, not being able to socialize with friends, dying family members, 6 family members, long-term COVID. China's the one we need to turn our guns to. China's the one we need to turn our wrath to. Not the CDC. CDC is trying its best right now. The CDC is trying its best right now. CDC has been doing a great service to us by providing us with healthcare information that we need. But it's China who needs to pay for this. Not because you have to wear a mask. The government is still figuring out.
Family members died.
The government is still figuring this out just like we were figuring this out. Okay, they do have more resources, they do have more money, they do have more knowledge, they do have more experience with this, but they're still trying to navigate through this. It's China. It is China's fault. This entire thing is China's fault.
And it affected us the worst.
And again, now we can go into conspiracy theories. Now we can go, why was it in a lab? Why did they tell us? It's China. People whine about us sanctioning Russia. We need to sanction China. This is cause for a war. In what universe does someone purposely kill let's see, how many people died?
Uh,
Almost 1 million Americans. And what universe is someone that almost kill 1 million non-combatants and get away with it? We can make a strong case if we.
Worldwide, 6 million died, and 442 were hospitalized.
This is
gone.
This could be considered an act of war. If we have a serious audiences, and again, believe me, we will. Because after we've thoroughly destroyed Russia for no reason, we're gonna there's probably an audience before as we speak. This is cause for a war. They killed almost 1 million non-combatants. Non-combatants they've killed, which again, I'm not saying that they are. We can make a very strong case for what universe does someone kill almost 1 million non-combatants, and the people at home are accusing other of their own countrymen of this. No, we're all trying to help us. We're all trying to do this together. We're all trying to move in one direction. We should be moving in one direction to destroy China. The sun can never rise on China again after this.
What about the civilians?
The civilians? Obviously the civilians. I mean, listen, this is mostly just.
I thought you were talking about moving. I thought you were talking about making China be under rulership of Taiwan. I mean,
that would cause a lot of bloodshed, and who knows if it's worth it or not. But listen, don't get angry at your countrymen. We're trying to figure this out. It's China's fault, and it's partly
6 million people died
Dr.
in
Fauci's
China.
fault. Partly Dr. Fauci's fault. Again, this can be construed as an act of war. They can steal the information. They didn't tell us. They're completely responsible. The full blood is for almost 1 million non-combatants being killed. The entire thing falls on China's head.
6 million died worldwide. That's all China.
It's entirely China. They're concealing information, and here's the third thing: they're concealing it to this day. And the most you can draw a circle around China and other countries. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. You can draw a circle around Southeast Asia, and that has as many people out to the circle. A very small circle. In that circle has more people in it than Southeast Asia. Hong Kong is one of the most most densely populated places on planet Earth, and they're still lying about it. And obviously no one believes them. And they've been lying since the beginning, and they're still lying now. Everyone needs to turn their wrath towards China. Again, China's trying to strut like they have less cases than remote islands. Literally, remote islands have more reported cases than these bastards.
Oh, serious?
Yes. Again, this can be construed as an act of war. I'm sure the U.S. is already performing an audit on this. I'm sure the U.S. has as much information as we know, and China's probably going to be our next target. Russia. I don't know why we
see China on this list.
I don't even know. I don't know why we attacked Russia. Maybe I'm sure something to do with national security. I don't know why we attacked Russia. But if we are willing to destroy Russia this much for no reason, Russia has done nothing to us. Russia has been very friendly with us. Russia hasn't done a single thing to us, and we're able to go this far to completely snuff Russia out. Trust me, Chinese people, you ought to be very afraid. You ought to be extremely afraid. There's a line in the national anthem. No refuge can save the hireling or slave. Actually,
there you go. Okay, so it has like under like 1 million deaths.
Oh my gosh, 4,000 deaths. That's ridiculous. 4,000 deaths. That's what they're saying. They're saying 4,000. Let's see. 4,000. Hold on. No refuge. Yes. No refuge can save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. That's about to be China. That's about to be China. The sun will never rise on China ever again after we're through with them. Again, as a Christian, I obviously am not going to be endorsing that activity. That activity is obviously very terrible. There is no. Ever since we ended the Cold War, ever since we single-handedly ended World War II after being manipulated to join it. That's actually World War I, never mind. After single-handedly ending World War II, after disassembling the USSR, there's been no one who's even remotely attacked it. I mean, we kill civilians all the time for no reason. The whole Iraq War, the weapons of mass destruction, complete lie. Colin Powell, Madeleine Albright, complete lie. George Bush, complete lies. Nothing even happened to them, and we kill. Apparently, again, this is a disputed number, but but I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna lowball it. They said 500,000. I'm gonna go lowball. 200,000 kids. 200,000 kids. Again, that's lowballing it by a lot. Died. You all heard the 500,000 number. I'm gonna lowball it because I was disputed. But lowballing it, 200,000 innocent kids died for no reason off of a lie, a literal lie, Johan, a lie. Dead bodies, 200,000 dead children bodies. What do you think is gonna happen now with Russia? We completely cut off Russia from the world. We're starving her to death for no reason. What do you think is going to happen to China? And plus, and here's the other thing: they make it so easy for people to hate them because they're doing after the invasion of Ukraine. There goes some warplanes flying over Taiwan. Oh man!
Oh, those warplanes flying over Chinese warplanes?
Yeah, well, Chinese warplanes flying over Chinese land, but yeah.
Ooh.
When I say Chinese land, I mean the Republic of China. When I say Republic of China, I mean Taiwan.
Ooh,
they make it so easy for people to hate them, and plus they're funding North Korea. Like they make it so.
Yeah, I mean they went along. Like this stuff has been developing. The Lucifer has been developing for a long time now. Now it's all boiling over. And we get China, and then China. Yeah,
and Hong Kong's lease ends soon. Hong Kong. Who thinks gonna get Hong Kong next?
And you know what? Yeah.
The West is gonna get Hong Kong. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, my point of me saying this is that vaccines, they're great. Vaccines are a blessing. I thought people were gonna be so happy with the vaccines.
Yeah, me too. I thought everyone. You know what's funny? I bet you if Trump if he had one more year left and he said go take the vaccine, I bet you Michael knows would have already been vaccinated. But because it's from the Republicans, it's from the Democrats, because this is what they do.
That's just disappointing. It's just extremely disappointing for a not a Republican, but for a right leaning person. Yeah, it's so true.
There's no like. Isn't bipartisanship, right?
Bipartisan. Oh yeah, I mean.
There's no like, hey, let me see what you're saying. Like, let's see what's going on here. And none of that. It's just you're wrong, I'm right. Shut up, whatever. So if Trump had come with the vaccine more, and Trump's gonna say get the vaccine, I bet we've had the vaccine. And they would have been taking enthusiastic, and then the left would have been saying no, which is just it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's what you're saying. We're getting the button.
People are dying. People are suffering. Stop pretending as if everything's political.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like giving like you know what I'm saying is like instead of this being over the vaccine, make this who's the reason why we got the vaccine. So instead of saying we should get the vaccine, say Trump is the one that got the vaccine. Do that instead. But instead, people are now going to continue to die, and because we can't admit.
This is exactly what George Washington warned about in his farewell speech: the political divide, and it's taken us 200 years to get here. But we've made something as basic as a vaccine become political, which is stupid.
Super political.
What happened with the Spanish flu? You think we had enough? You think we had as much resources and money? And this is right about around World War One. You think we had as much information, as much power as we did beforehand?
Oh crap!
We were in the dark just the same way. But everyone stripped and danced when we got the vaccine. Now we have the vaccine instead of stripping and dancing like you're supposed to and throwing parades and socially distanced parties. Now you're taking up arms. For literally, they're banging on the Gretchen Whitmers. And again, not a fan of Gretchen Whitmer. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Like, just comply with the government. Again, I'm a Republican.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm a Republican. So again, when I say comply with the government, I mean like if you're listen this way. If you're making a case against the wage gap, right? Where are you going? You might go to Harvard, you might go to this, but you're also gonna go to the BLS. The government has some of the most trustworthy information sources.
Yeah, we need to be more bipartisan so that people will stop dying.
This is not a bipartisan issue. This is just a common sense issue. This is like why you're not happy the vaccine is good.
This is not the thing is the reason why we don't have common sense is because we refuse to be bipartisan. And they refuse to be bipartisan.
I don't want to I don't want to say bipartisan because it sounds like because it uses language like I have to get over my enemies. It's just, no.
Yeah.
It's like it's a vaccine. Just take the damn vaccine. If Trump handed you a glass of water, are you gonna throw that in his face? Say, I want to take a glass of water.
Well, it depends on if it's Michael Knowles, yes. If it's Kamala Harris, no.
It's just stupid. It's.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Like this is
like do whatever the government tells you to do.
This is ridiculous. Not whatever, but I think that We need a lot more about partnership, or a lot more people gonna die. This is not the first, and this is.
And it sounds stupid, but when the government tells you to buckle, you buckle. When the government tells you, how much you should be drinking, you that's what you do. I mean, I know it's not like this big Democrat.
Yeah, trying to influence. Yeah.
But we listen to government all the time. If we're saying about CPR, we're gonna go to the government website to see how to perform CPR.
Yeah.
Why is this so hard? Just take the damn vaccine.
When it comes to safety, let's trust the government. Yeah, I agree with that.
They had the most reliable information, but of course, Dr. Fauci go and fuck everything up.
Yeah, but
Dr. Fauci gave credence to this nonsense.
The CDC never isn't the CDC a org?
Doesn't matter. He still works for the government.
Yeah, but the thing is, the CDC never said.
No, I think the CDC works for the government.
Huh? It does?
Yeah, we pay for that.
Okay, that's.
Yeah,
it's .gov. Yeah. So So the CDC never went along with Fauci's BS.
I know, but it gives credence because he works for the government.
I know.
The CDC works for the government. The National Institute for Health works for it. Who's the government organization? Well, international organization. So it's all coming from the same place. I mean.
So when it comes to safety, trust.
This is ridiculous.
Sites like the CDC. Don't trust an individual person, but go and trust the sites.
And you want to trust the government. You watch CNN. You trust the government already.
Yeah, but
get it? Because CNN's involved.
But you can't take your cues from any of these people because they're completely unpartisan. And if Democrats say the sky's blue, the Republicans say no, it's red. It's red.
Well, I don't think we'll go. I think the liberals are more on that. I think they're more on that. I just think they're more on that.
But it doesn't matter. The fact is, we need to kill this idea that we're the only ones that are right, and we need to listen up and give them a fair hearing. We get it. Fauci was horrible. He was nasty. But the CDC
he needs to make an example of. Listen. One of the government to clear his name is by making an example of Fauci. He needs to. I mean, of course.
Lock him up.
Not even that. No, he needs to be hung. This is treason. He needs to be hung. Again, for full disclosure, okay? I'm just going to say this, kind of on basis. Trump technically, complicitly allowed 1/6 to happen. So there's a strong case been made that he should be hung as well. Okay? Just going to say that so that no one comes after me and says I'm a hypocrite. Mm-hmm. Again, I personally like Trump, so imagine sending your son to the gallows, right? Like, wouldn't you have like a little bit hard time saying that? But in principle, he should be hung. Fauci, I mean, that guy needs to be severely punished because if he's not severely punished, then the government because
we were all duped. Yeah.
Again, the government's like, well, like, we're complicit with this. This is a government agent who acted against the government. He needs to be killed, like hung, like literally hung. Again, that's probably gonna happen. So he should go to jail. He should go to jail for a very long time. Okay. If he is gonna go to jail, he should not go back to whatever mansion he has. I've seen his house. It's pretty nice. Well, not as nice as you would think, but it's a decent sized house. He shouldn't go back to the house. He shouldn't go back to his wife. He should be in prison.
Yeah.
Because he fooled us. He lied to us all, and he made us distrust the government. And again, there's another thing that I didn't like about Joe Biden, is that I saw people be angry at Trump and not trust what Trump had to say, and then I saw people not trust what Joe Biden had to say, and now I'm like, ugh, that's not good. Because when the president used to speak, he used to calm people.
Yeah.
When Kennedy would speak, the country would listen. Ooh. They would take what he said. They would really meditate on it. They would feel calm after. If he was trying to calm them, they would motivate them and they try to get motivated. We'll go to the moon, not because things are easy, but because they're hard. You all got motivated. When Trump says stuff, some Republicans aren't motivated.
And Barack.
The Democrats.
I think Barack was the last president.
Yeah, I think it was the last one. But again, the Republicans still were angry. But I think Barack was the last one. Now Trump. I mean, I truly wish, again, as a Republican who does not like, again, I'm not a Republican, for the sake of simplicity, I'm a Republican, yeah. But there's a massive difference. I don't like Joe Biden, I never liked him, I'll never vote for him, I just, again, don't like him at all, do not endorse him, but as
Crime Bill Biden.
As an American, I want to be able to look up to my president and say, okay, he knows what he's doing. And when the president speaks, if Joe Biden speaks, I will listen. If Joe Biden speaks, I try to take what he says to heart because he's the freaking president. He's the guy with
It's literally now become that the presidents are jokes.
They're jokes. It's optional to listen to them. No, the president speaks. You listen. You fucking listen to them.
I think Trump has some hand into this with all his insults, all his
Because he was on this whole anti-political stick show.
Yeah, so then it became people started making memes. So then, even though Joe Biden, it's hard not to make a joke out of him because you know.
Oh, for sure.
But like now, like
they both had their hand in this nonsense.
Yeah. So then when you disrespect somebody, someone's gonna disrespect you. So Trump started saying all that stuff. Then they went posting memes. So now it's like now our presidents are jokes.
They're absolute jokes.
Now they're jokes. Now
people...
half the country's been calling them a joke no matter what, unless we get someone like Barack.
I mean, when you're getting your $5 Starbucks coffee, they're in briefings. They know more than you. They're surrounded by the smartest, most knowledgeable people on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to be able to trust what they say. And again, do I trust everything Joe Biden says? No, of course not. But I still try to take what he says to heart, and I would encourage my conservative peers to do the same. To just give the man a shot and think of him as a president, because he is, whether we like it or not. And again, Kamala's not his puppet; it's the other way around. I mean, sorry, he's like Kamala's puppet; it's the other way around. Kamala is definitely Joe Biden's puppet, and he uses her as he wills. She bends to every one of his whims. But listen, he's the most powerful man in the world. He also is surrounded by the most knowledgeable men in the world. So let's give the man a fair shot. Yeah, he may seem senile, but again, he orchestrated this whole Russian thing since 2014, and a news article just came out today that he predicted it and make it back in 1997. So
wow.
Yeah, so he's not smart. He's not dumb. He's slow. He's definitely slow, but he's not quick like Trump. Trump was quick. He's slow, but he's still very intelligent. He's still the most powerful person on the face of the earth.
Yeah, I agree. We need to start respecting the government more, respecting the presidents more, instead of making them be jokes. Yeah. And Trump is partially to blame for that. But also we're also responsible. I'm also responsible. I made some.
You know, I got into a argument with someone over respecting Joe Biden. They made a meme about Joe Biden. He was on the floor like whining or whatever. Today, I don't like Trump, but I don't like Biden. But you gotta respect Joe Biden. And this guy, he freaking just vomited on the keyboard.
Oh no!
I don't even know what. Let me see if I can try to find it. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just respect our presidents. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're a Christian, the Bible says, I'm sure you've heard Vin talk about this all the time on the channel. You know, don't speak evil of your ruler, of your people. I mean, he again, Paul said that to emperors like Nero and stuff like that. So, Joe Biden is so much better than a Roman emperor.
Yeah.
He is an emperor, but the thing is, this emperor takes care of his countrymen. But, well, for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, but... Yeah. Anyway, he's better than I don't need to explain why he's better than Nero. Anyway.
Yeah, because Zelensky's more like
Zelensky's a freaking monster. I hate that guy so much. But he's getting his cues from Joe Biden. I actually hate Joe Biden too, but he's getting his anyway. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, if you're a Christian, I would encourage you. You know, if you have any inclination to mock Joe Biden, to call him Brandon, that's completely unacceptable.
Oh yeah.
I see Christians all the time referring to him as Brandon of the Brandon administration. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Having a church say "Let's go, Brandon" is kind of like
that is disgusting.
America's falling. It's falling fast.
Yeah.
As far as
morality goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Like no, that's disgusting. Joe Biden's not the best president in the world. I don't think he's the best politician in the world. Well, now I mean he was a pretty good politician.
I don't think he even cracks the top 10 as far as presidents go.
As presidents, he's been doing a pretty awful job. And again, I'm saying as an objective thing, not to mock him. And I'm saying it's to actually honor him, because I'm saying he's been a pretty awful job as far as a politician goes. He's a pretty awful person as far as morality goes. But you still need to speak of him in a respectful manner, since God did appoint him to be the emperor of the entire. I mean, you probably should post my political cartoon in the description, but yeah, he appointed him to be the most powerful man in the world, and he appointed him to be your president.
I don't think that much people are gonna be intelligent to do that. Get that meme.
So yeah,
I might put it in the
here it is.
Thumbnail.
Yeah, here it is.
So what did he say?
I said, nice Photoshop. We still need to honor our leader. That's what I said.
And what did he say?
And then the guy said, just again, what you said, the cycle of violence continues. Like everyone else did, like everyone did the last one, sure. So now Republicans. So basically, I said that you need to respect Joe Biden, and then to Yoan's point, this guy said, oh, they didn't respect Trump, so let's mock Biden now. And then I say, I am by no means a Biden fan. I like Trump way more, but that's what the Bible says. Again, I like Trump a lot more. That's what the Bible says. And then this freaking guy, again, I said, prepare for keyboard vomit right now. The Bible says not to lie, cheat, steal, and snort coke off an underage hooker's chest while making homemade porn. You know, like the leader's son? I think the Bible might also frown upon that, saying son using his father's name and making millions from foreign enemies while influence peddling.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now that I read that again, I think I understand what he's trying to say. Oh, right, Snowking. Oh, he's talking about Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about because he was snorting off with him all making homemade porn. Right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think what he's trying to say here is that Biden is evil.
Yeah.
Therefore, we shouldn't respect him. No, that's stupid. Again, that's like my dad.
It's not stupid, but it's not fast. It's understandable.
It's like what Benaway says. The Bible never says honor your father and mother if they are nice parents.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't you hear that a lot? Yeah. Those rules are not the rules are not contingent on how good or bad the president is. Again, that's why I brought up the whole Nero thing. But anyway, yeah, that makes more sense now. Anyway, yeah. So those are my thoughts.
All right. Thanks guys for coming. DL, thank you for coming. You're very insightful. I hope we can bring you again for more diversified commercials or whatever, because that was just a bunch of gay stuff. We ended up losing things to talk about. But yeah, respect your rulers. Get vaccinated. And hopefully have a president with the charisma of Barack, so the country can kind of be less divided, because bipartisanship will kill. Not having bipartisanship will kill people, and will continue to kill people until we can finally settle our differences and say, okay, this is what's factual. Alright, that's been the video. Peace out. Like, dislike, comment, or subscribe. Alright? Alright.